Assalamu alaikum class 4. Hope you all are fine and doing great at home. Today we'll discuss exercise 4a from unit number 4 and the unit name is decimals. We have already discussed in class, so I have shared a short clip of video on decimals so that you can understand in the better way.
Decimals meaning. Hello children. Today let me introduce you all to a new term called decimals. Let's start. We have already studied about fractions. Now let us look at some interesting fractions. Here 4 parts out of 10 are colored. That means the shaded region represents 4/10, written as 4 upon 10. If 5 squares are shaded, it represents 5/10. That is, 5 parts out of 10 are colored and is written as 5 upon 10. Similarly, 15 parts out of 100 is written as 15 hundredths. 32 parts out of 1000 is written as 32 thousandths. The fractions 4/10, 5/10, 15 hundredths and 32 thousandths have either 10, 100 or 1000 as their denominators. Such fractions are called decimal fractions. Thus, a decimal fraction is a fraction whose denominator is either 10 or 100 or 1000 or a power of 10. Kids, these decimal fractions can be represented in another form. Here, 4 upon 10 is represented as 0, then a point, and then 4, and is read as 0.4. Similarly, 5/10 is represented as 0, then a point, and then 5, read as 0.5. 15 hundredths is written and read as 0.15. 32 thousandths represented as 0, then a point, then a 0, then 3, and lastly 2. It is read as 0.032. These numbers 0.4, 0.5, 0.15 and 0.032 are called decimal numbers or decimals. A decimal number has 2 parts, one on the left side and other on the right side of the point. Let us see what these parts are. Consider the decimal 24.31. The dot in between 24 and 31 is called the decimal point. The number to the left of the decimal point is called as the whole part or integral part. Thus, the number 24 is the whole part or integral part. The number to the right of the decimal point is called the decimal part. So, 31 is the decimal part. The decimal point separates the integral part and the decimal part. The number of digits after the decimal point are called the number of decimal places. There are 2 decimal places in 24.31. Now, let's look at a few examples. 49.35. 49 is the integral part. The dot in between 49 and 35 is the decimal point. 35 is the decimal part. It is read as 49.35. Look, there are two decimal places in 49.35. In the decimal number 0.859, 0 is the integral part. The dot in between 0 and 859 is the decimal point. And 859 is the decimal part. It is read as 0.859. And there are three decimal places in 0.859. Kids, wasn't it interesting to learn decimals?
I hope you have understood all the points from the videos. Now we'll solve some questions relevant to decimal and fraction. Now we have some examples. And our question is, write these as decimals. So we have question is 10, 1 by 10. So now tell me class, in which form this question is? This is the mixed fraction form. First we have resolved in the fraction form. Formula for solving this is, we will multiply whole number with denominator multiply with whole numbers, and then add with numerator. So 10 is the denominator and 10 is the whole number. 10 multiplied by 10 is 100, and then add with 1 is 101. 101 by 10. So our question is, write these as decimal form. Now we convert this fraction form in decimal form. How we will solve it? We will divide it 101 and 10. 10 ones are 10 and minus it. Now we have 1. Now you can see that 1 is more than 10. Then what we will do? We will add a decimal and then add 0. Now we will add a decimal here and then add 0 here. So 10 is not small 10 is equal to 10. So 10 ones are 10. So the answer is 1.1, and this is the decimal form. Now we have another example. 36, 1 by 2. Again we have to follow the same rule. We will multiply denominator with whole number and then add with numerator. 36 into 36 multiplied by 2. 2 6 are 12, carry 1. 2 3 are 6, plus 1, 7. 72 plus 1 and then add with numerator. This is 73. So we have 73 by 2 is the fraction part. So our question is, write this as decimal form. Again, we have 73 by 2. 2 3s are 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. And now we subtract 7 minus 1. 7 minus 6 is 1. And we'll write 3 as it is. So 2 6s are 12. Again subtracted, 3 minus 2 is 1 and 1 minus 1 is 0. Now we have 1 here and 2 is greater than 1. So we will add point here and write 0 here. 1 minus 2 is 1 and 1 minus 1 is 0. So now we'll put point as a decimal here and we will add 0. So 2 5s are 10. The answer is 36.5. So this is the way how we will convert whole numbers and mixed fraction in the fraction form, and then we will convert it to the decimal form. Now we have another examples in which we convert decimal point into the fraction form. Write these as fractions, in which we have question is in decimal form. For example, we have 2.7. Solution. In this, we have 2.7. We will write 1 just below the decimal point, and then after decimal we have one value and we will write 1 0. So we have 27 by 10. So this is the way how we can write decimal into the fraction form. For example, if we have another example, 13.600. Solution 13.6. Same as it is, we will write fraction part, fraction line, and we will write 1 just below the decimal, and after this we have 3 values and we will add 3 values after 1, and the answer is 13,600 by 1000. So this is the way how we can write decimal in the fraction and fraction. So in this lesson we have learnt about the conversion of fraction to decimal form. For this purpose we have done many questions. You know that at first we have converted the 2.7 into the fraction form, that is by we have written 1 just below the decimal point by writing 2.7 divided by 10. When we will remove the decimal, we will write the 1 just below that decimal and we will convert that value into the fraction form, 27 divided by 10. And second one, our question was 13.6. And in the next case, we have converted the mixed fraction form into the fraction form by multiplying the denominator with the whole number, as 10 will be multiplied with the 10. We will get 100. After that, we will add plus 1. 100 plus 1, we will get 101. Then we will write the denominator as it is, just like that, as the question. 101 divided by 10. After that, we have converted that fraction in the decimal form by dividing the denominator with the numerator as we have obtained after that 1.1 value. However, we have done all the things in the class, and in addition we have revised all the points again. Practice all the questions from exercises. If you have any query related decimal, then we will again discuss on Monday. Okay, see you on Monday, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.